70 days until summer officially starts, and that isn't that long if you think about it. So here are the glow tips you need to know for this upcoming summer. Now, these tips that I've tailored for you guys is definitely specifically for summer, but they can also be applied all year round. So think of it kind of like a 2-in-1, but they should definitely make you feel pretty good this summer. Of course, let's start with the skin because that's what we do, and we're not going to just be talking about the skin on your face as well. But hold on. Do you see that? What is that? I won. Now before we get into the video, whether you're looking for a lightweight moisturizer, but one that actually feels like it works, or moisturizer for the winter, summer, any of the seasons, make sure to head to kcskin.com for the C-Soother 2.0. Now if you saw my last video, I spoke a little bit about why retinol is one of the better skincare ingredients we have, to say the least. But I got some comments from you guys asking for some alternatives to retinol, so I think it'd be quite fitting to start with those. So let me tell you about Bakuchi oil. Bakuchi. So, quick but noteworthy, bakuchiol is an extract from the seeds of, here we go again, Torrelia coralifolia, which actually is nicknamed babachi. Sounds like something you call your partner. No? Just me? Anyway, it's a plant grown in India, and it's actually been a traditional Indian Ayurvedic and also Chinese medicine for many years. And actually, a study in the British Journal of Dermatology found that bakuchiol is as effective at helping with fine lines and also improving skin texture as retinol, but the seller here is, believe it or not, without the irritation, or at least as much irritation. It's a natural ingredient your skin could do with this summer. But just a few more things. Number one, it doesn't expose your skin to the same sun sensitivity that retinol does. And if any of you thought otherwise, you still need to apply the SPF 100%. And number two, it can also be used on the body. So if retinol is out of the picture for you for whatever reason for those sunny summer days, then bakuchiol is definitely a solid choice for its gentle exfoliating properties. Now, as well as its gentle exfoliating properties, it's also great for a variety of other concerns, and this includes dark spots, fine lines, and even skin issues like dermatitis. And for any of you sensitive skin peeps out there, myself included, it's great for that as well. And now for the next glow up tip, which is definitely a concern for myself. And from what I hear, it's quite popular in terms of it being a concern for a lot of people, and it's redness. So what can you do about redness? And especially in the summer, because the summer heat really does bring out the redness on our face. Now, just to preface this, if you're watching this and you're an art student, you should know what I'm about to say next. So just to get to the point, a green color corrector is great at masking and also helping to reduce the redness you have on your face. But why green? Because you may be asking, will this not make your skin have a green tint or make it look a bit odd? And also, if you frequently shop for skincare, have you ever wondered why products that are labeled green and have green marketing are usually recommended as a go-to for calming redness? Like this serum right here. This is actually my second bottle. It's been a while since I used it, but when I did use it, I found it to be quite effective. So simply put, it has to do with color theory. Now, green has a complementary relationship with red, and this is on the color wheel, and this means they neutralize each other. So in skincare, green ingredients like, let's say, aloe vera, cucumber, and also green tea, they'll have compounds such as chlorophyll and also catechins, and these are known to have anti-inflammatory properties. Therefore, when applied to the skin, they'll be able to help with redness and also soothe inflammation, and also make your skin look and feel like it's got a bit of calmness and balance to it, and also give a little subtle glow as well, which is always nice. Next, and we're not missing any facets of a glow up here, I'm giving you guys the full rundown from A to Z, but it also does link back to the skin, and that's linen clothing. Now, this is probably the closest you can get to the feeling of not wearing anything while wearing something, but most importantly here, and I'm going to emphasize this, that won't get you arrested. Okay, so now you've got your face covered with the bakuchi oil to make it smooth and glowing for the summer, and you've also got the redness dealt with that green color corrector, and also the calming products as well. So let's see how you can beat the heat and also look good with linen. So whether it's a linen shirt, a linen dress, or even linen trousers, this should be able to keep you cool as you can do with wearing clothing. Now, it's not only used in clothing, you'll find it in a lot of homeware, and this will include things like bed sheets, especially in the summer, and hotels, they'll use it a lot. So it's obviously a light material if you felt it, but what makes it special is the way its fibers are naturally structured, and this allows your skin to breathe. Meaning you should sweat less than if, let's say, you were to wear a cotton shirt, and also your skin should not be as irritated, which is quite important as well. So you heard me mention cotton, but why would you choose linen over cotton? Now, they obviously both have their benefits when it comes to allowing you to breathe in hot weather and, stay as cool as you can, but they do actually offer slightly different benefits. So overall, in this case, linen is just considered to be superior to cotton, and this comes down to a few things such as its breathability and ability to keep you cool or cooler in warm weather, and this mainly comes down to its better airflow. And what do you get with better airflow? A cooler body. And what do you get with a cooler body? Dryness. Plus, linen actually absorbs moisture better than cotton does, so this makes it even better for those humid climates. And let's go even one step further with this, and let's see what color linen would be better for the summer. So ignoring what colors look better on you, the lighter colors tend to reflect heat greater than the darker colors do, and this also means that they'll absorb less of the sun's heat as well. Alright, now the next one I'm going to give you guys is quite underrated. So obviously you want to protect your skin from the sun, especially in the summer, but you also want to keep it hydrated because the sun can be quite drying to your skin. So what do, you ask? And that is to use an SPF body oil spray. Now these are very protecting and also super easy to apply. Now personally I don't use them, but I've looked into them and I've also heard which ones are worth buying. And one that came up a lot was the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Sol Oil SPF 30. And it's also probably one of the most popular ones as well, so there you go. So think of it as stopping the sun from damaging your skin while also adding a little bit of a glow and hydration as well. And you know, while we're on the topic of those sprays, you know those Evian bottles that you can buy at the store, especially on the hot summer days that you can spray yourself with? Those are really great. You know, a nice mist on your face, cooling and hydrating. But as luck will have it, and unsurprisingly, they're usually sold out. So what I'll do is I'll just mix a bit of hyaluronic acid and rose water in a mist bottle. Actually, like this one right here, but usually a bit bigger works. And it's my own concoction, and I'll just spray it on my face when it gets hot. But to be fair, don't underestimate these small bottles because you actually don't need that many sprays from it unless you want to look like you've run a marathon. But this gives you all the moisture you need. Definitely a day's worth for sure. Alright, moving on. And you're going to be at the beach, the pool, and probably in your garden with a few other people around you. So, the dogs are probably going to be out as well. Now, no one wants to look at that, so let's give them some tender loving care, and I'm going to give you a few ways that you could approach this. Now, the first one, which I've done a few times, and is probably the most fun to be honest, and has the most shocking results, is a foot peel mask. The process is fairly straightforward. You just put the mask on your foot, leave it on there for around 45 minutes to an hour, and then once you take off the mask, you rinse your feet, and the process does take a few days to work, but once it does start to work, it's definitely noticeable. Quite cool, very weird, but I would do it again, and it's definitely a fun activity to do, especially if you get other people involved in it as well, and I don't know, maybe compare how much shedding you get. But that actually reminds me, I don't have any at the moment, but I might actually do that for this summer. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you've done it, and also the results you've seen with it. And so ideally, the outcome of this would be smoother and softer skin on your feet, and this basically means to take and get rid of the harder and dry skin, especially the ones you get on your big toe and your heel. And although it's good to build up these, it definitely doesn't hurt to lessen the amount you have of it. Then the other way, which is probably the more classic way, but less fun I will say, is to just use an exfoliating foot scrub for that dry skin. Now it may be a more lengthy procedure, but to be honest, it should yield similar results. Alright, last but not least, and you'll only be able to use this tip if you followed all of the other steps I've mentioned in this video, and that is so that you can truly embrace the full character of Patrick Bateman. And by that, I mean cooling eye masks or face masks. So say goodbye in part to that puffiness you get and also the dark circles. So what you do with these is you chuck it in the fridge, not the freezer, and you can just leave it in there permanently. But for the first time doing it, let's say leaving it in there for at least 30 minutes. And then when you take it out, you can put it on, not for too long, and let obviously the magic work. So not only will this help you feel more refreshed and obviously more awake, but it may also add a little bit of a glow as well. With that being said, if you follow all these tips, or the majority of them, I look forward to hearing about and potentially seeing your transformations and glow ups. I'd like to know what you guys do for glow ups. You know, share all of your tips in the comments. And until the next glow up video, because let's be real, there's definitely going to be a few more parts. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.